Mike is ready.
Hello and welcome to the Ed Block Courage Cast from Radio Row ahead of the big game this weekend. I'm your host, Dave Steinwell. Pleased to be joined right now by two very special guests, Rodney Mcleod, former Philadelphia Eagle and Ed Block Courage Award recipient,
Yes.
and his lovely wife, Erica Mcleod. Guys, thank you for coming on. How you guys doing? You enjoying the Super Bowl so far?
Yeah, it's been good. It took us probably an hour just to get into the doors, but we found our way. And yeah, it's exciting being here in Vegas for the Super Bowl, seeing a lot of fellow peers, former teammates, guys that I've looked up to and idolized throughout sports history are here. So it's just an awesome experience where you can get everybody in one centralized location like this.
So I want to start. You guys are heavily involved in nonprofits and charity operations. Of course, we're a charity and nonprofit. Erica, I'll start with you. Why do you guys feel it is so important to give back?
Yeah, I think it's very important for us to give back because we have a platform. I think that's the first and foremost. It's an opportunity for us to really take advantage of something that we're very passionate about and give back to the community, whether it's in monetary form or it's just volunteering. I think there's just not enough individuals that are willing to go into areas that don't look like their own. They don't look like where they currently live, and they just let their hair down a little bit and they become relatable. I think giving back for us, even especially in that Philadelphia community, and giving back to kids that look like us that just need to be inspired to someone that looks exactly like them doing something great. How did we get there? And then also just what can we do to help them? So we love to give back. It always warms our heart. Anything we're doing with the foundation, just to be one-on-one with individuals.
Awesome. So I'm going to ask Rodney the question, and it's my favorite question to ask everybody that's ever been a recipient. What did it mean to you when your teammates nominated you for the Ed Block Courage Award?
To be nominated for the Ed Block Courage Award that year meant a lot. And you never know the impact that you have amongst your brothers, right, and other fellow men. And so it's a very prestigious honor to be awarded with, and I really just really showed me who I am and showed me a lot about my character and how, man, I've poured everything into the team, and I've always put others first, and even in the midst of an injury, right, where that's probably one of my lowest points of my life. And as a sports player, you still find a way to stay involved and still give because, like I said, it's all about that motto, being team. And so for me to see my teammates reward me in that manner is everything. It might mean a little more than like the shiny thing sitting on my finger, but to have the respect, because everybody, when you talk about sports, respect is at the forefront. Like, how were you respected? How will people remember you? Right? Like in life, there's that dash in between our birth date and our end date, right? And so I've always tried to emphasize, how am I living my life, and how am I going to be remembered? And that's a great way to be remembered.
And both of you got to come to the event. So for both of you, what was it like getting to come to Baltimore and be a part of the ceremonies that Ed Block puts on?
Yeah, the ceremony was great. Again, so it's a wonderful time just to connect with people that you rarely have the opportunity to do. And that's what I love. It was about the networking piece, and how, what brought us all here in this room. And we can all share that moment. And so that was just special for me, just being able to interact with everybody. And we had an amazing time. Of course, Erica was by my side and also brought my parents as well to experience the moment. So I couldn't ask for anything better.
Erica, real fast, what was it like for you being there that weekend with Rodney?
I think it's so inspiring. I think to see so many people in the room that are getting nominated for their good work, to hear others speak so highly of individuals with the level of successes, I think it's so encouraging. This is, I know, just the beginning stages for Rod. He's played for 12 seasons. He's been successful. He's got a Super Bowl ring, right? But it's amazing to hear people say, "This is what I see for you when you're not on the field and you're not in uniform and you're human." And I love seeing that, and I'm always there as a cheerleader. So no matter what, I got you.
So you've got the ring on. You show that there's the ring again. Let me ask you, what is this week like as a player?
This week as a player, it could be very daunting, right? Because we play the game to be in this game that we're all here for. So when you're not a part, there's also a piece of you that's like, man, I wish, right? But something about it when I put the ring on, like it just reassures and it brings back so many memories of what this week required and what this week demanded of us as a team and just the brotherhoods that were formed. And so, like when I that's what I think of instantly when I put the ring on, and just being again in this circle of talent, of elite athletes. There's many people doing great things. There's many people who have ton of honors, but there are very few who have a Super Bowl ring. And this is what we all relish and love. And so it's also bragging rights for me when I come.
I was going to say, I kind of thought so with the ring on your hand.
For sure.
Let me ask you one of my favorite questions. What was your welcome to the NFL moment where you sat there and went, okay, I'm in the big time?
Yeah. My welcome to the NFL moment, probably, it may have been like my first regular season game, just seeing how massive like Calvin Johnson was and a few of the tight ends that they have. Like, bro, like this is everything. And I might even rewind and say it was the first time I entered the St. Louis Rams locker room and I saw Steven Jackson, a guy that I grew up playing NCAA football, playing with him. And then now I'm in the locker room with him and seeing a man of that size being able to run the ball. I said, look, if every running back is built like this, I don't know. I don't know. Football's going to be long for me, to be honest. But it's those moments where you just recognize, you just see the greats of the world. And, man, it just, you just tip your hat off and say just much respect. It's an honor an honor and privilege to be in the room.
All right, so I'm going to get you out here on this last question, and we have cookies here in front of you guys for a reason.
Oh, no.
So give me your thoughts on the game, and then you guys are going to pick the cookie that you think is going to win the game. And you get to take the cookie home
first. I'll see. This is still my answer. My prediction. She knows.
No, okay. So here's the real. I think that it's going to be a good game. I think San Fran is getting their rebound back after losing last year. Brock Purdy gets his chance, right? It'd be a beautiful story for Brock Purdy to make it and beat the Kansas City Chiefs. But I do think that experience is going to be the winner. They're in Vegas. Usher's performing. Taylor Swift's in the building, right? There's all these big things. I think something Rod didn't mention was coming down as a player and hearing about it there's a lot of media attention and distractions, and it's very easy for you to forget why you're here for that week. Mm-hmm. And that could happen, right? But then again, I don't know. But I'm going to make a guess. Mahomes has the experience. He is one of the greats. He is someone who always does something crazy and pulls it out, and there they are, Kelsey is catching this ball. So I'm picking Kansas City Chiefs.
She's got the Chiefs cookie. All right, Rodney.
All right. I am going to stand beside my wife and say I'm also in agreement that the Chiefs will win. I think for a number of reasons, of course, Mahomes, Andy Reid duo is probably one of the best, right? You're going to compare them to Tom Brady and Belichick. And I think what matters the most is we always talk about a defense wins championships. And I think that's where Kansas City has taken that next step in having a true dominant defense that we don't need Mahomes and Kelsey and the boys to put up 40 points. I think 3 years ago, you would probably argue and say they were a defense that was, they would just do enough just to win, bend but don't break, right? Like do enough just to win. But now you saw it last week when they went against Baltimore, the ability to be able to stop Lamar Jackson as many times as they did really contributed to them winning. So I think because of that reason and the experience factor, Kansas City is going to come away with the victory.
Thank you, by the way, to Cake by Jason for the cookies. You guys can take home your Chiefs cookies. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your time here on Radio Row.
Appreciate it.
All right. We have more in a moment.
On the beat.